Remakes are the idea that something was really good when it was originally released, but not quite good enough that it should be left alone forever. To celebrate the release of Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy, Grip Combat Racing and the gameplay trailer for Medieval, we here at Special Moves, ourselves a remake of a channel our fathers made exclusively for VHS circulation back in the 80s, decided we'd give you our 6 picks of games we'd like to see remade. But this isn't all about us. What do you reckon should be remade? Let us know in the comments section below, but first, have a look at what we've decided.
A lot of games are getting remade these days, and if I were to pick one game to get remade, it would probably be Knights of the Old Republic 2. That is one of only 5 games that I seem to talk about, but those are the facts. I want that to be remade, and there's one simple reason. They didn't finish it at the time. Like, it's kind of one of these games that was, you know, it's a great game 95% of the way through, and then the last 5% it just kind of falls off, and they just cut things out because they didn't have time, and it was one of those games that they just had to rush out because of time constraints and pressure and stuff. And it's a bloody good game, one of my favourites ever, and I think that having that kind of experience now, a role-playing game like that, where the combat's a little bit slower, not turn-based, but you know, you're kind of queuing up attacks and stuff, that in a Star Wars setting, I think I'm just ready for it again. And if they're not going to give me Knights of the Old Republic 3, I'll just have Knights of the Old Republic 2 again, please. Cheers.
So one game that I'd want remaking is, of course, Dino Crisis, which you probably expected me to say, but hear me out. If you've seen what they're doing with Resident Evil 2 Remake, if they did that with Dino Crisis, I'd be over the moon. I'd love it. I'd be there day one. I'd buy multiple copies. I just want more Dino Crisis in my life, but Capcom won't give it to me. So please, Capcom, remake Dino Crisis.
Made the mistake of leaving me unbound, and it is you who must succumb to my will.
The game I'd like to see remade is Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, the second in a Legacy of Kain series. This one is with Raziel, I think his name was. He was like this guy, he didn't have a jaw, he was the guy with no jaw. He got kicked into a lava pit, and he was a vampire general that turned into some sort of Elder Gods Soul Reaver. It was a really good concept for the PS1, Dreamcast and PC, and it was by Amy Hennig, who did like Uncharted and other stuff. But mostly Uncharted, that's what you know for, isn't it? And what happened was, there was a bit of a legal dispute towards the end of it, so the story didn't get properly finished, and they eventually kind of finished it off in Soul Reaver 2, but then other people got involved, and I just want to see it again.
I'm coming to kill you! Here comes the cow!
Another game I'd love to see remade is, hear me out, Stronghold. Stronghold is a very nice game about building castles, but also not really. It's about building medieval villages and communities and kind of making a little medieval society that looks after itself. It's really good. There's a lot of Stronghold games. They are all, of course, rubbish compared to the first one. I'll hear nothing of it. Stronghold 1 is a really nice game. It's one of my go-to kind of, just when I want a bit of peace and tranquility. I really like it. There's combat in there, there's sieges in there, there's wars in there, there's a military campaign. I'm not interested in almost any of that. I've played through it multiple times, but that's not why I play it. I play it because of the really nice medieval aesthetics, which there's been a lot of games like it since that have tried to replicate it and kind of done something along the same lines, but never as good. So I'll have Stronghold again, but better and nicer, and not a HD remaster. I've got that, and that's nice as well. I just want a proper one, a remake.
Press the L button to lock on to the nearest available target, then press the A button to open fire.
So another game I'd want remaking is a little known game called Battalion Wars for the GameCube. It was a weird little third-person RTS hybrid sort of thing, and it had these like big battles. You controlled infantry, ships, airplanes, all sorts of things. And basically I want to see that redone with today's technology, because even though it was great on the GameCube, I feel like with today's tech it could be so much more better. Yeah, Battalion Wars. Remake that, please.
Tenchu is the other game I'd like to see remade. It's a ninja classic, one of the first 3D stealth games ever made, if not the first 3D stealth game ever. A game where you played as 2 ninjas, well, one at a time, but you played as 2 ninjas going around doing ninja stuff, killing people for honor, killing demons for honor. From Software, who made the game, went on to do other things like Dark Souls, and they've teamed up with Activision again to make Sekiro. But maybe now that they're, you know, talking and stuff, they can go, oh, why don't we just remake Tenchu? Everyone keeps asking for Tenchu. Let's have Tenchu again. Just Tenchu 1.